Hello, Carol teachers. In this presentation, we'll look into the district's technology responsible use policy and how it pertains to the distance education practice we continue to maintain post-pandemic. As you know, at Carroldale, we encourage our students to be responsible, respectful, and safe inside and outside the classrooms in the hopes that they carry the same positive attitude as well when they're not in school. The impetus is on us to teach our Carroldale students to be responsible, respectful, and safe, not only in the physical world, but in the digital world as well. First, let's define distance education. Distance education practices and their role in traditional classrooms. Distance education is delivery of a curriculum synchronously or asynchronously through digital platforms such as Zoom, Seesaw, iReady, iExcel, Edpuzzle, to name a few. The common thread between asynchronous and synchronous distance learning is that interaction between students and teacher, where the students aren't just left to their own devices. Many of us are familiar with emergency remote teaching because we lived it. Emergency remote teaching is distance education that is temporary change from in person instruction to distance instruction as a result of a crisis. Although many of us were happy to return to traditional in person instruction post pandemic, many of us have integrated distance teaching practices into our traditional instruction, like the example posted here of an art and writing reflection that was posted through the Seesaw platform. The point is that technology is integrated even into our traditional classrooms, and students need to know how to use it responsibly, respectfully, and safely. LUSC's responsible use policy is the form that we ask parents to read and sign with their student at the beginning of every school year. It's part of our beginning of the year parent student packet that parents are asked to complete each year. The RUP are the set of rules and guidelines for all persons using computers, internet, email, and all the other forms of electronic communication or equipment provided by LSD, regardless of the physical location of the user, which means that it applies when the district equipment is off and on campus as well. It even applies when non district devices are used to access the district network off and on campus. This is important and pertains to our distance education practice because as time goes by, we know that more digital assignments will be given for homework, and students need to understand that the RUP applies even when they are away from school. Although the RUP can be found in our beginning of the year packet, you may use this QR code in order to access the district responsible use policy online. I've also included a QR code for LUSC's guidance on artificial intelligence for your reference. I encourage you to review the responsible use policy with your students as it explicitly outlines the student's responsibility when they're online. I'm going to go ahead and just sum up some of the key points. The students are responsible to practice positive digital citizenship. The students are responsible for content that they post and access. The students are responsible to keep their usernames, passwords, and personal information private. The students are responsible to practice digital respectful communication or respectful digital communication. The students are responsible for respecting and caring for the security of their electronic resources, and the students are responsible for respecting the works of others. The key words there being the students are responsible. So the students need to know their responsibility when it comes to technology. And it's the impetus is on us as teachers to make sure that the students understand and know these responsibilities. Protecting personal data is very important, even more so now in this digital age of hackers and identity theft. Every year, district mandates state that we have to complete this annual IT cybersecurity training. And the reason why I mention this is because the training videos actually do a good job of defining terms like malware, phishing, and generative AI. And it also talks about physical security as well as creating strong passwords and protecting your browser data. They sum up the safety concerns surrounding many of the things that we take for granted when we are browsing on our phones, shopping online, creating accounts online. Although the videos are made for teachers, I believe the videos may be worth showing and presenting to our students. Each section is 5 to 10 minutes long and could be great for many lessons and discussions during Digital Citizenship Week in October. In the previous slide, I mentioned Digital Citizenship Week in October. I was thinking one idea for promoting and reinforcing the responsible use policy for our school might be to create a contest of some sort. We could challenge students to create and design media that promotes responsible digital use as outlined by our RUP. Students could create digital wallpaper. We could create a poster contest, maybe a video contest. What are your thoughts? Any ideas? The main idea of this presentation is that, well, it's a reality. All of our students are going to be navigating the online world at some point if they aren't already. It might be a good idea to teach them what it means to be responsible, respectful, and safe when online. Thank you so much for your time. On this last slide are a list of resources that you may find useful if you need more information about the district's responsible use policy and our technology standards.